Hello and welcome to What's New in Sage CRM 2017 R2. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Jeff Richards. I'm the head of training program development for Sage CRM. I write, talk, tweet, teach and broadcast about Sage CRM through Sage's community blogs, e-learning and video channels. It's a great time to be able to talk about the new release of Sage CRM as we're hot on the heels of the Sage Summit conferences in Australia, South Africa, Germany and, pictured here, the Sage Summit in London. We have had colleagues discussing the new release at each of the events, and we've had 3 well-attended sessions in Sage Summit held earlier this week in London at the Excel Conference Centre. Today's session is for customers and our partners working with the version of Sage CRM that is installed within a customer's own systems and is ready to integrate with Sage accounting systems out of the box. And we're going to look at how much the product has changed over the last couple of versions with a special focus on the new features of Sage CRM 2017 R2. And if you're a customer, then I also want you to feel prepared for an upgrade and equipped to talk confidently with your business partner about moving to the latest version. Integrated Sage CRM provides the sales, marketing and service modules for Sage Business Management Solutions. And these are very commonly integrations such as with Sage 100, 200 and 300. But our customers range from mining companies in Botswana using Sage CRM with Sage 300 and a manufacturer of plastic grass based near Bournemouth in the UK using Sage CRM with Sage 200, or a specialist car part manufacturer in Germany using Sage B7. And there are other partner-enabled integrations available right now with the full range of Sage business accounting systems. In today's session, I'm not going to concentrate on any of the features of a particular integration, but rather I want to look at the features that have changed in the Sage CRM modules themselves. And so this is a course that is common whether you are using Sage 100 in Germany or Sage 300 in Canada. So let's take a survey now of the new features in both Sage CRM 2017 R1 and R2. Let's start by also pointing out that upgrades are supported to 2017 R2 from all versions of Sage CRM 7.2 and 7.3 all the way to Sage CRM 2017 R2 without any intermediate installs. If you're using Sage CRM 7.2, then please be aware that from June of this year, 2017, we'll no longer be supporting Sage CRM 7.2, and so you're advised to plan your upgrade to 2017 R2 as soon as possible. And so you can upgrade to 2017 R2 directly from 2017 R1 from 7.3 and 7.2. It's worth reminding ourselves about where we've come from. Sage CRM 7.3 was released from development at the end of December in 2014, and so this would have been the main instance of CRM that was installed throughout 2015. And the service pack for Sage CRM 7.3, Service Pack 3 was released in July 2016. And you can see that in that time there was a rapid and dramatic change in the user interface, with much effort being put into making sure that the design and the usability features were all there and all correct. Now, Sage CRM 2017 R1 was released from development at the end of November 2016, and this introduced some major user interface improvements. We provided within the user and team context a whole new calendar user interface, and this has a much more contemporary, modern look and feel. We've added a new quick search feature, there's a new favorites feature, the notifications and the way in which they're displayed have been improved, and we've also enhanced the recent list. And so the way in which help was also installed and access was changed. And generally you can say that the user experience continues to be a big focus for our product management and development teams. And Sage CRM 2017 R2 is the version that has just been released. It also has an improvement in the team calendar, and there's some intelligent use of colors and icons to improve user interpretation of data, and there's an implementation of a month view in the user calendar. And importantly for system administrators, we've added a system health page, and that shows all of the services and components that are running and available for use. We've also made some useful changes in the inbuilt email client, including the ability for individual users to define their own default email signature, and there's also auto-suggestion of recipients in the two CC and BCC fields of emails. Now, if we're going to look at the new features, and we are going to look at those in a moment, it's worth just pointing out that if there are new features in Sage CRM, these may always have an impact on existing components, add-ons and techniques that you may have used to extend Sage CRM. And so these may affect the integration with your Sage accounting system or business management solution. There's a possibility that there's change to the database and the data model, and of course custom code and APIs and metadata. So this all means that you should plan your upgrade carefully. Our business partners are experts, and you have the backup of your local Sage professional service team, who are very experienced in making upgrades of integrated systems run smoothly. So do make sure that you follow the advice of your local Sage team. They'll be able to advise you on the compatibility of Sage CRM with the different versions of your Sage accounting system. So what help or documentation is there to help you make the most of the release of 2017 R2? Well, first of all, you can be sure that you can find everything you need in the Help Center. That's help.sagecrm.com. And this is the major resource for all of us who work with Sage CRM. And much of the documentation, if we think about the change for 2017 R1, much of the documentation was enhanced for that version. And beyond the new features like the calendar and the quick find, there was additional material added into the key areas around workflow escalations and notifications. And there's also been an expansion in the troubleshooting guides, and these are the guides that contain reference material to help with difficult or edge cases. They're far more technical than the standard business resources that we would use on a day-to-day basis. There's also been some important changes for documentation and in the Help Center for Sage CRM 2017 R2. What you'll see is that much of the information has been centralized. We're trying to avoid the duplication and maintenance of multiple points of data about the system. So you can see that the system customization guide has been added into the system admin help. Installation and upgrade help has been rolled up as well into the system admin area. The Citrix and RDS support guide has been added into system administration, and together the support matrix and mobile features guide have been merged into one document into the software requirements and mobile features guide. One of the changes that we've made to hopefully make life easier for both customers and partners is to start publishing videos onto the official Sage support and training YouTube channel. And there's already a number of new quick start videos that are very useful for new customers and users of Sage CRM 2017 R2. So please do check out the YouTube channel. And I'm going to remind you about the changes that we've made in 2017 R1, largely because it's been in market only for a few months, and so you may not have already had a chance to see these important changes introduced in this exciting version. First of all, the system is faster and easier to use. The log-on process has been made much quicker, and the first user to log on to the system and to start it up will find a much improved load experience. This is a fairly subtle change that you may not notice immediately, but this initial load of Sage CRM has been improved considerably, and as you can see, a progress bar was added into the system. The calendar used in the My CRM menu and the Team menu has been completely redesigned. And you can view the week, working week, by day, or by looking at the tasks and appointments in lists and agendas. The amount of information provided to the user about meetings shown in the calendar has also been increased. And you can start work directly from the calendar. And here you can see I can either click on the telephone number to start a call, or I can click on more details to go to the meeting record itself. So tasks are displayed separately and can be easily filtered, and you can focus on overdue tasks. And here you can see that the date of the task is in bold text to give a strong sense of when things need doing. And you can view the team calendar by day, by week, working week, or by agenda or by task. And within the team calendar, when a user clicks on a meeting, they can see which of their colleagues is meeting this customer. If I look here, you can see that I've highlighted the top of my screen. And it's at this point I need to point out that we've added this new quick find functionality, how we've changed the way in which notifications appear, and that there's a new favorites feature. The quick find feature allows you to type into the box, and the more you type, the narrower the search becomes. It'll search across all main entities, company, person, opportunities, etc., including custom entities that you've added into your system. You can now also favorite records. Do you notice there's a little golden star in the top left of my screen? Which means, just by clicking on that little star, it means that it'll be pinned into my favorites list. And that gives users a fast way to return to the records with which they frequently work. And if there are too many favorites, then the individual sections can be closed up. This makes the list very easy to use, even when you have many favorite records. The recent list has also changed in Sage CRM 2017 R1. There are now list segments in the recent list that can also be closed up to make it much more navigable. And as you can see, I've just received 2 new notifications. If I click on the notifications, instead of shifting down the whole page, a nice box appears that displays the new notifications. This new way of displaying the alerts means that your work is not interrupted and parts of the screen now are not obscured. Another change has been that all in-product context-sensitive help links now point by default to files that are located on the Sage CRM Help Center. And this is a default that comes with installation. So, in fact, your users by default will need internet connectivity to access the help. Now, from an installation perspective, this is a very good thing. The context-sensitive help files no longer have to be included inside the installation package. So the installation package is much smaller than before. And we're also able to make faster in-release changes to documentation to make sure that you and your users always have the most up-to-date information. But if you do need local help files because you've customized the help system, then this can be implemented easily as there's a help file installer available on the Sage CRM community. But let's now return to look at the main purpose of this presentation, the new features of Sage CRM 2017 R2. We're going to look at the continued improvements to the calendar, the new system health page, and the changes to the built-in email client. Let's look first at the calendar changes. The month view has been reinstated for users. The calendar can also be printed, and this is a very valued feature for some of our customers. The team calendar has also been changed, and this is a new timeline view you can see that there are different colors used for each user. And there's a clear representation within the team calendar day view. with again different colors used for each user. And if I start to go through the process of sending a new email, and here you can see that I've opened up the built-in email client, you'll see that there's an automatic email address suggestion. This appears as you type. So if I start typing Yaltoy, this means that we can type and select and basically select multiple people from multiple companies to be included into the email address, whether that's into the to CC or blind CC. And so it's very easy to find the person that you want. And I know that there are going to be very many customers who are going to be delighted with this new feature. In addition, we've added the ability for individual users to create their own email signature, and this can be overridden by the system administrator. The users can now create their own signature for emails without the need to be an administrator or an info manager, and all the user needs to do is to go to Preferences and then find the button which says Create Email Signature. And if I click to start creating the signature, you can see that the email template can be personalized. So we can drop in merge fields, and then when we save the template, we can then see it being used. So as a new email is created, the merge fields are completed to write the signature. The System Health Check is a feature that we've introduced into 2017 R2 that should make all system administrators feel that their life is a lot easier. And this is a new admin page which monitors the services used within a system. And here you can see that I've come into the admin screens, and under the system option, you'll find this new icon saying System Health. Now, clicking that allows us to see what is not running. And in this case, we may need to investigate what's wrong with the escalation service. And if I open up my services, here you can see that it is my service is only set to run manually, so it probably failed to restart when the server was last rebooted. Let's come along and look at some of the changes that have been made into the MailChimp API. Now, this is actually down to the fact that MailChimp have changed their API for products that integrate with the mail system. Now, the current API that we use is going to be moved to an unsupported status by MailChimp. And what we've done with 2017 R2, Sage CRM 2017 R2, is to move over to this new MailChimp API. There are patches planned for Sage CRM 7.3 SP3 and Sage CRM 2017 R1 to use the new MailChimp API. And so other than upgrading or applying the patch, there'll be no further action required. And you can expect that all of the campaign data, list data, and passwords will be unaffected. So the functionality will remain the same, the integration won't be interrupted, there'll be a slight change in the way in which campaigns are launched. So if you're a MailChimp user, then this is another important thing to consider as you plan your upgrade. And as I remind you that you can upgrade to Sage CRM 2017 R2 directly from 2017 R1, from 7.3 and 7.2. Now, just as my last topic, I want to mention the changes in the way in which we support software underlying the system. And the good news is that if you're just familiarizing yourself with Sage CRM 2017 R1, the software supported list is largely unchanged since Sage CRM 7.3 SP3. We've introduced support for ISO 9 and we've been testing on ISO 10, and it's important to note that the Classic Outlook plugin and Light Outlook plugin are no longer supported within systems using Microsoft Exchange Server 2010. Now, that's actually down to a policy that we have, which is Sage CRM doesn't support Microsoft products that have reached mainstream support end date. And Microsoft support for Exchange 2010 ended on the 13th of January 2015. So when Microsoft stops supporting a particular product, that's when we'll stop supporting that product as well. There are some additional changes in Sage CRM 2017 R2. And so we've added some support for Microsoft SQL Server 2016 SP1, and we've added support for the latest Mac OS versions, whether that's and Safari using on El Capitan, on Sierra, and we've updated some of the libraries that we use. So we're now using jQuery version 3.1.1 and MSXML version 6 is now included within Sage CRM. We have dropped support for the Windows mobile app, that was the Sage CRM Sales Tracker, and we've also dropped support for Safari on Mountain Lion and Mavericks, and we're no longer supporting Safari 7 either. Now we've come to the end of this presentation. I just want to point out that we do have the Sage CRM community that you should hopefully be very familiar with. Do make sure that you keep visiting the community and make the most of the resources available there. You can attend the monthly webinars that we run. You can keep following the free e-learning resources that we make available and post questions into the forums. All of these resources will have you make the most of your investment in your integrated Sage CRM and Sage accounting systems. So let's see if anyone has any questions. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.